In the fourth inquiry, called Slander, we hear about especially great abuse and censoring. In the past, it seems, the Buddha-to-be was reborn in a Brahminical family and was very learned, much respected and worshipped. Having gone forth in the recluse's going forth, while living on forest roots and fruits in the Himalaya, he spent his time teaching the mantras to many students. One recluse who had the 5 deep knowledges and the 8 attainments came to stay near him. Having seen him and being jealous by nature, he slandered that innocent seer, saying, "This seer is a deceitful sensualist." And his pupils also said, "This seer is surely immoral." They therefore abused and censored him. Through that unwholesome deed and its result, after undergoing suffering in Nirya hell for many thousands of years, and becoming a Buddha in this his last state, and attaining the highest gains and fame, he became famous and was like the full moon in the sky. Right there and then, the dissatisfied sectarians made Sundari slander him again, summoning and bribing some drunken scoundrels, and gave the order, saying, "After murdering Sundari, throw her by the rubbish tip near the entrance to Jeta's wood." And that they did. Afterwards the sectarians informed the king, saying, "We cannot find Sundari." The king said, "Search for her." After retrieving her from the place where she was felled, bringing the bier and showing the king, they said, "Look, dear sir, at what the ascetic Gautama's disciples have done." Then they went round shouting out dispraise about the Gracious One and his community of monks in the whole town, and placed Sundari on a platform in the charnel ground. The king gave the order, saying, "Seek for Sundari's murderer." Then after the scoundrels had drunk liquor, they made a commotion and accused each other, saying, "You murdered Sundari, you murdered her." The king's men, after arresting the scoundrels, brought them to the king, and he said, "Did you murder Sundari?" "Yes, your majesty." "Who gave the order?" "The sectarians, your majesty." The king had the sectarians brought and bound, and said, "Go and shout it out, saying, in order to bring the Buddha into disrepute, we ourselves had Sundari murdered. The Gracious One and his disciples didn't do it." And that they did. All the town dwellers regained confidence. The king executed the sectarians and the scoundrels, and had their bodies thrown aside. Then the Gracious One's gains and respect grew enormously. Therefore it is said, "As the Brahmin Sattvar, I was greatly respected and worshipped. I taught the mantras to my 500 students in the great wood." The seer Bhima, who had 5 knowledges and great power, came there, and having seen him coming, I slandered that innocent seer. Thereupon I said to my pupils, "This seer is a sensualist," and all the students rejoiced in that unwholesome speech of mine. Thence all the students, as they begged for alms from family to family, said to the great body of people, "This seer is a sensualist." Through that deed and through its result, these monks, numbering 500, all received abundant slander at the hands of Sundarika.